wants to speak their mind because there's a new show on every Saturday midnight till 1 a.m. Sunday called Speak Your Mind, hosted by Derek Stroman. Call in and let Derek know what's on your mind, or just listen to what's on other people's minds. Derek doesn't hold back, and he's funny. After all, life is short. Enough of the seriousness and anger on Derek Stroman's Speak Your Mind show. Any topic goes, but humor is not only allowed, it's encouraged. Tune in to Speak Your Mind Saturday midnight till 1 a.m. Sunday, right here on WCBM.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Stroman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Stroman Entertainment. Log on to my website, stromanentertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
All right, here we go. Hey, guys, welcome to Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. And just to let you know, our sponsor tonight is Vino's Bar and Liquor Store. They're located at 3841 Old North Point Road in Dundalk, Maryland. Feel free to give them a call at 410-477-1120 and ask them if they got your special beer or liquor. Why pay more when you can go to Vino's Bar and Liquor? I am Jimmy Zane.
And I am your host, Derek Stroman. And of course, across from me is the man, P. Hill Gutter.
Hey, what's up, listeners? What's up, callers?
And we also want to give a shout out to, he's quiet a lot, but he's in the studio with us. I will acknowledge him. It's Mr. Dan Cosgrove. He is in the studio with us.
Present.
And also a big time shout out to our super producer, Mr. Ron Savage.
Man. Yeah.
Good, Ron.
Ron, talk to us, man.
Hey, what's wrong with your mic, Ron? Nah, man, we can't hear you.
We don't hear you.
Look, the super producer can't get his mic on.
I thought he was going to pull a Russell Simmons and say, thanks for coming out. God bless.
We can see you. Our listeners can't.
Hey, I'm on the
there
air
we
now.
go. Yeah, Ron Savage.
Hey, I'm sorry. I had to re-up the battery. You know how it is. You know? I try to get these deals from for a couple stores, and you know.
Keep those things charged up.
Yeah,
man.
he goes to Goodwill, where you can get the best deals.
No, I go to the Will is Good.
The Will is Good. There you go. The Will is Good.
That's right. That's right.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, we got a wonderful show lined up for you,
As
WCBM listeners. Okay, and we know that there's a lot of things going on. People want to talk about Donald Trump. They want to talk about Mike Pence. You know, you want to talk about everything that's going on in, I believe it's called Nice, France. Things are happening all over the world. We will touch on some of these subject matters. We got our comedy kung fu segment that'll be coming up. Got some nice, very talented comedians on standby right now. Jay the Chameleon being one.
And he's local, man. He's a Glen Burnie boy.
Very, very, very funny. Very funny. Talented, again, comedian. Also, coming live from New York is Miss Jessica Broadkin. Okay, she's done a ton of work. She's doing really good for herself, moving right through the industry and doing big things. She's going to be Jay's competition this evening, and I'm not going to tell you guys just yet what the topic is, but you'll be finding out soon enough. Now, I'm going to turn it over to my partner, to my right, Jimmy Zane. Why don't you tell us what is on your mind?
Well, I'll tell you, I've had a lot of people, ask me when is it considered excessive force, and it's a real simple answer. When you got a guy on the ground, he's cuffed, that's it. No beating, no punching, knew nothing. And then they were talking about the racial profile and asking, when I was law enforcement, did I have a racial profile, against African American people, black people? And my answer was, when you're working in 90% area that is predominantly black, you can't racial profile. Now, I hate to say this, and you guys might be like, well, that's crazy. Did I racial profile? Yeah, I racial profile, because when you work in the area that I worked in, a drug-infested neighborhood, and it's what you call the ghetto, when you see, your 4 white people coming down in a beat-up Toyota with Pennsylvania tags, they're not there for a family reunion. So, so we would set up and we'd watch them and see the hand-to-hand go down, and we'd grab them, and after we grab them and lock them up, then we'd go grab the dealer. That's just how it worked. And I racial profiled. I mean, it happens in law enforcement, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah, don't you think everybody profiles? Whether you're in law enforcement or not, profiling is something that everybody does.
Right. Job. If you go to apply for a job, you don't think they're profiling? They're profiling you. That's why you send in a resume. You know what I mean? They're going to profile you. You're being profiled no matter who you are, where you are. There's always profiling. I'm not going to sit there and say I've never racial profiled, because I have. But as in law enforcement, there's some things you have to do to make your job more effective. When you're working in an all-black neighborhood, a drug-infested neighborhood known for street-level narcotics, and you see 4 white people pulling up in a beat-up Toyota with Pennsylvania tags, and it sounds like they got no muffler, they're there for one purpose and one purpose only.
Well, they stick out.
Oh, yeah.
Like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I mean, right. So, I mean,
it just doesn't seem like they belong in that area. Now, that's not to say that they don't live there.
Right.
That's not to say that they don't have a right to be
there. Right. Everybody has a right.
They are citizens, so there are some cases that vary.
Well, I worked a lot of housing projects, and the thing is, housing projects, it's private property. So unless you have a lawful purpose for being there, you're trespassing. So, we tell you one time, we give you the verbal warning, we point out that there's signs conspicuously posted, you come back, and you don't have a purpose for being here, you're going to jail. Well,
let's go ahead and do this. Already we have a caller.
Good.
His name is Steve.
Where's Steve calling from?
It just says he's in Maryland.
All right.
Maryland. We're going to go ahead and take Steve on line 1.
Hey, Steve, you're on Speak Your Mind. You got 60 seconds, brother. What is on your mind? Steve?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
On the racial profiling, as a retired Maryland State Trooper that worked the 95 corridor, I can tell you that racial profiling went on big time, because when you know that a certain male character between the ages of 21 and 34 driving rental cars northbound out of Florida with Florida tags on them,
right,
or have a good probability of running drugs, you look out for that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And you see them coming up the road and they're doing 75, 76 miles an hour. You got a good chance of your hands that somebody's running drugs.
Oh yeah, I mean that was a big thing, especially in what years were you a trooper?
1974 to 90.
Oh wow.
The year I was born.
Wow. Well, then, back then, and I'm not saying you're old, but back then, especially coming out of Florida, I mean, that was coming in from the the islands and the Florida, and then Florida all down 95. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, it happened, whether you want it to happen or not, it happens. It's human nature.
Right.
Exactly my point earlier.
When you know this stuff is going on and you're in law enforcement, it's human nature. It happens.
Can I ask you something, Steve? How would you perceive, or what is your perception of how racial profiling is it any different than it was now?
Than 30 years ago
in 1974.
Well, I'm not in there now, so and I think some of it may be, but I think as long as you look at the statistical analysis, then it's not as much racial as it is statistical.
Exactly.
Good point.
That was the point I've been trying to stress here.
And thank you for your service, too, by the way, Steve.
Yeah,
and thank you for the
absolutely.
call.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Not a problem. You're welcome. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good evening.
You too.
And thanks for the call, Steve. And I just wanted to touch on that. I know you're gone now. Please call the Speak Your Mind show again in the future. But I just wanted to touch on something real quick before I take the next caller. It's a cultural thing. I think once you're in an area that is has a high volume of these type of things taking place, then of course you're going to be on heightened alert. I don't think it has so much to do with one's skin color. It's all disposition, how one's carrying oneself, how they're moving. Do they look suspicious? Are they nervous? Are they? Do they have that guilty look, guilty tendencies? That are coming off of them, so obvious that you have to notice. Why are they there? What are they doing? Do they belong in the area that you've actually spotted them in? It's not like you're just you're coming up in a local residential area, or a church or a supermarket or anything. And
that's a good way of putting it too, Derek.
You're just saying, oh, that guy looks like he's doing something wrong. Cultural profiling. You're in an area that has a lot of crime. So what are these individuals doing in this area, first of all? So that's something I think we all have to keep in mind. And that doesn't have anything to do with race. That's culture and the way one carries oneself. We have Claude. Okay, is this our friend Claude?
Yeah, it's Claude.
On line 2.
You got 60 seconds, Claude. Speak your mind, brother. What's up?
Claude, you there?
I'll take 2 out if I want, man. I'm running this show here, bro.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll come see you when the grill's hit.
You got to lay off the bottle, buddy.
How you doing,
I
Claude?
lock them all up. You know me. I didn't care. I handcuffed them all. Tell about the one that went to the fish store, go buy chicken one day we stopped. What are you doing here? I'll get a bottle of chicken, man.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Claude, you ought to be glad that people weren't really using cell phone cameras when you were out there, because I don't even want to talk about it.
Claude was one of them guys.
Oh, man.
Claude was
Barney
the
Fife.
to the rule.
Barney Fife, I told you, he was the one when he was 14 years old running around in a Batman outfit throughout the city, giving parking tickets to the mayor.
Wow.
I'll still write Batman parking tickets.
That's crazy. Well, Claude, I'm glad you support the show and listen to us.
But anyway, yeah, I'll support the show. That's why I call you to harass you, because, you harass me enough on the job.
Yeah, well, that's what we do best,
Tell him about the guy that came up there, went to the thrift store. We stopped, and he had all the dope, and he said, I want to go buy some chicken in there. They don't sell chicken in there, he told me.
Yeah, I remember. Trust me, I try not to, but I remember. But
are you guilty of profiling, Claude? Is that something that you do on a regular basis? Are you comfortable with your interpretation of profiling?
I profile the activity of people.
Right.
That's right.
Characteristics of them.
Right, the characteristics profiling. All right, okay.
Not actually to profile the color, but what they do. They give yourself away, brother. They go in there and you say, hey, how you doing?
Body language.
Right,
I didn't buy no drugs. That's what they tell you. We ain't buying nothing in here.
If you're in a heavy drug-infested area, what do you generally think people are doing? Most people,
Thanks
Claude,
for the call, by the way, Claude.
Thanks, Claude. Most people, you have a mission that you when you leave the house, you're going somewhere. You got to go to the store and buy some bread. You need some milk. You need some eggs. Okay? Once you've done that, once you've made your purchase, then you come home or you go back home. Now, if you have other intentions, then you hang out on the corners, you talk, what are you doing? Is it, and that's your God-given right? I understand that.
Right.
But just keep in mind, we don't want to insult each other's intelligence. If you're in a bad neighborhood. Right.
Okay?
You know that. You know it's being watched.
What?
Okay? So, let's not insult each other here, folks. Let's be real. I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah, well, we got to take a break. You're listening to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Strowman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Strowman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StrowmanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
Who wants to speak their mind? Because there's a new show on every Saturday, midnight till 1 a.m. Sunday called Speak Your Mind, hosted by Derek Stroman. Call in and let Derek know what's on your mind, or just listen to what's on other people's minds. Derek doesn't hold back, and he's funny. After all, life is short. Enough of the seriousness and anger on Derek Stroman's Speak Your Mind show. Any topic goes. But humor is not only allowed, it's encouraged. Tune in to Speak Your Mind Saturday, midnight till 1 a.m. Sunday, right here on WCBM.
Look at you, wanna do what I do. I'm 3 times dope plus 2 live crew. I'm street, let me ask you. Can I squeeze your ass cheek? That new tattoo, it's like palm in a basketball. Raw with the plastic off. All I had to do was stay strong. Hit my cactus.
All right, welcome back to Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, and we're going to go to my man P. Hill for the moment of realness.
Moment of realness.
Hey, what's going on? Well, first and foremost, I want to say, as of late, in regards to all of the movements being active in the community on a positive note, I salute you. All of us here at the SYM Speak Your Mind show, we all condone your efforts and your achievements as well, you know?
Absolutely.
Now to the individuals, specifically to the individuals who choose to join any positive movement just to say you're part of something, but you're not really taking action, signing and starting petitions, going to town hall meetings, educating people in the urban communities to start their own business, etc. Things like that. You're pretty much placing yourself under ridicule by wearing a t-shirt just to say you can vent, just so you can vent on social media and TV. Come on. Let's be real here. You know, cut the malarkey, man. Stop that. You know? They don't make awards for that. Only trophies. Cut the malarkey, because you're being part of the problem and not part of the solution. Again, let's stop falling for the smoke and the mirrors, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let's have less distraction and demonstrate more effort and action. Less distraction, more action. Yes, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about that right now. So thanks for listening. Call in, listeners. You know, we appreciate y'all. Call in, let us know your thoughts. Because, I mean, you know, I apologize for the emotional content if it's somewhat offensive to some of you, but it's just, that's why the segment is called A Moment of Realness, because it's like we falling for the smoke and mirrors and we're not really, you know, paying attention to really what's really going on.
Can I ask your opinion on something, Phil?
Yeah.
And I respect and admire, you know, your passion, of course, and your opinion, because you know, you've been around, you've done it, and so you've seen how to come out of things that a lot of people don't know how to come out of. What do you think of the fact that they're naming a community center after Freddie Gray, a known drug dealer, a known criminal? What kind of mindset does that set on the younger generation?
A community center. I look at it this way. The mindset is actually going to come out of the results as far as how many lives is going to be changed. If nothing changes, and nothing good comes out of that situation, then it is exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Right.
But if good and change comes out of that, then
it's just a name.
It's just a name. It's just the identity.
Into a positive.
You know what I'm saying? Turning the negative. That's universal law. Positive, negative, and neutral. Come on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at any situation like that. Sometimes in life, not the string, the segment on too long, but sometimes in life, I apologize, but the powers that be, the Most High God, first and foremost, had placed people in your life, to hinder you, just to see how you're going to come out of it. So.
Right.
There are bad people and there are good people everywhere.
Exactly.
There's always going to be bad and good. It's if there was not one, the other does not exist.
Exactly.
We have this, misconception that we're going to keep trying and striving to make everything good, everything better. I'm all for that. I'm supportive of it. I encourage it. I do it myself personally.
Well, a lady made a statement and said, everyone has a right to change their life and to be better.
Yes.
But Freddie Gray will never have that chance to change his life or be better because his life was cut short. So this, she said, is kind of a way for him beyond the grave to make something good.
Exactly. So. And that's one of the hardest things known to man, harder than physics, one of the hardest studies, that's harder than physics is practicing what you preach.
Right.
Hey, Phil, I want you to continue this. I really want to know what our listeners think about what we're discussing.
No doubt.
We have a caller on. He's been waiting for a while. We have Mark in Baltimore. It looks like, okay, we lost Mark.
Oh, we lost Mark. Sorry about that, Mark. Feel free to call back again, 922-6680.
I seen you on there. I was trying to get to you. Who else would love to call in and chime about this? These matters. They pertain to all of us,
right? No matter what color you are.
All of us here on this panel, all of you out there. If you really want to come together, then you really have to put all the cards on the table and look at everything as a whole. In a nutshell, you have to say, well, these things matter. Does racial profiling exist? Absolutely. Is excessive force happening more than it should? Absolutely. Right. Are citizens and people losing their lives out there when there was an alternative to how to deal with the situation? Absolutely. Are some of these people asking for what they are getting? Absolutely.
And how much faith has been lost in our law enforcement today because of all the incidents that it's occurring?
A lot. Why did it go from officer friendly to law enforcement?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why?
We're doing that to ourselves, our own society. We are doing that. We are painting mottos, catchphrases, and turning ourselves into sayings and quotes more than living up to, like you said. What happened to officer friendly? How do we get it back to that? How do we get the public to look at law enforcement like we used to?
Yeah, but we can't. We really can't. Yeah, but we also, listeners, I'm sure some listeners will agree, like, we really can't become dependent upon that. We can't depend on that. What would the world be like if we no longer needed politicians to get things done? We actually matter and, did what's necessary to put back in our communities. You know what I'm saying? To shine how we supposed to shine. What happens then?
In Turkey, they tried to overthrow their government with a coup. Do you understand? The only reason why I jumped straight there, Phil, is because some people get so frustrated, they feel as though they need to overthrow their government. And I've heard little inclinations here and there. Do you really think that our society, our United States society, is getting close to that? Do you feel as though we're actually peaking on something like that happening here?
Right, but keep in mind, if you thoroughly research how the United States was built, how was the government built?
We the people gave them the power.
No, what was it built on?
As far like, what do you mean? Like what?
The foundation. Think about it.
Well, I mean, the foundation of the government was built by the people.
check this out. According to studies, only 85% of people don't trust the United States federal government, which is not really a government. It's just a corporation.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Right.
Come on.
Right. That's true.
Come on.
Well, you know what? We're supposed to be able to take. We're supposed to be able to take the power back from the government.
That they're not going to allow that.
No, of course not.
They will never
But
allow
see,
us to take the power back.
That's where coups come in. They understand that. A coup is not derived from one that feels as though they have no power. The coup is the power, or so they believe.
Right. Yeah, I just think
you understand what I'm saying.
Exactly. I agree with you saying, and I understand. I think it's completely unfair for anybody, any United States citizen, period, to say that a person is un-American simply because they question decisions being made or how things are being ran in society, according to government law. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Why am I un-American?
Right. Well, this is what we're going to do. Before we go to break, we're going to take Mark in
Mark's
Baltimore.
back?
Yeah, is this the Mark that was on? Okay, good. I'm glad he called back.
Hey, Mark, you're on Speak Your Mind.
Go ahead, Mark. You got to make it quick, though. We
got 60 seconds, brother.
Okay?
Hey, guys. The profile has to be. You guys, who's the cop here?
I was police.
Yeah.
About 7 years ago.
Got to. There's no other way to get a handle on things, and people don't realize. I'm a white guy, and I go downtown a lot. I'm 6'3", 230, 240. I'm kind of a big guy, but there's kind of two different sets of laws that the guys enforce. They usually let the black guys get away with a lot more because they got to handle situations with kid gloves. A lot of people don't realize that. It's, if I do the same thing they're doing, I get provoked in doing something that I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Derek had a good point. Instead of saying it's more racial profiling, it's more cultural. You know who belongs, you know who don't belong. So you're profiling. Yes, you do have to profile in order to affect your to make your job more effective. But I don't think people should necessarily profile someone because of their color. Unfortunately, it happens.
It happens.
And I've done it, to my own race because I know that they did not belong there. You're not coming into my city where I patrol in Pennsylvania tags and in a drug-infested high-crime neighborhood because I know why you're there.
Yeah, know what goes on there.
The city, you got to break it down into neighborhoods.
Correct.
There's, different streets, different sectors within a neighborhood.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, man. And Mark, I thank you for your call, and thanks for listening to us and supporting the show. And call in, again, every time, we got a topic. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
Yep, we'll do, guys.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I tell you, it's sad that profiling does go on, but like Mark said, it's got to be done. It does have to be done in order for you to affect your job in some way, in a positive way.
It's if the shoe fits, then you have to wear it. If you fit the description, then that is just the description that you fit. I'm not trying to speak in riddles here, but just be honest. It's not, this isn't always a matter where you're like, it's like a trump card, no pun intended there. It's just a trump card. I'm being pulled over because I'm black. I'm, even Caucasians, they go through the same thing. If, I have buddies that go through the same thing and they are not black.
Right.
So how do you explain that? Guys, we gotta take a break. When we come back, we will start Stroman's Comedy Kung Fu, the segment, and we already have the two comedians on hold.
That's right.
We appreciate you for calling the Speak Your Mind show. We have so much more to talk about. Jimmy, go ahead and take us out.
Hey, you're listening to Talk Radio 680 WCBM with Speak Your Mind. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hot and muggy conditions will stick around.
Now you guys went over, so you may only have 5 minutes for the comedians. The next two segments are each only 7 minutes.
Yeah, but remember, we also before skipped up. Yeah, well, we did it. That's cool. They can run to.
Ron and I are going to get together at the show because the paper that he's looking at, what I copied off of, he's saying is not correct. That there's a typo. Because we were supposed to go until 12:39. He said it was supposed to be 12:29. He said at the bottom of the hour they always go to weather.
Jay's been on the line for 20
Alright, let's settle the score. I know y'all heard this story before. Alright, let's settle the score. I know y'all heard this story before. Brother wants to be more passionate. I'm from be more accurate. My ladies searching for romance. Get your O's hat, walk the dog, hold hands. Come on, grab my read her by candlelight, make her feel biblical, beautiful as paradise. Belay those arguments, you gon' have to sit back when she the one who's starting. I don't wanna argue. She need her little coffee fix, hit you with her open hand. Usually she balls her fist. Paint the bigger picture. Meet me in the AM as I begin to whisper. Just lay back. Switchboard mixer. Now's the time to plug in. She's Flintstone Wilma. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really need you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really want you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really need you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really want you in my life. What's the deal, hun? I see you spilling rum. We're not in high tech, we do it like the Pilgrims. The cows get milk, the blankets on my bed and her blouse is silk. That's right. All my calories killed. I rock a 6-pack, now she know my body's built. Check this out. She calls me Papa. If I don't speak Spanish, I won't get nata. That's zero feels. Where's the highest hills? Watching Mary go, I just ride the Ferris wheels. Escape from Baltimore, she's a vegetarian. Strizzy's just a carnivore. Rotten to the core. I've been hanging underground, knocking on the floor. Then she let me in. We the best of friends. When the door opened, I became a gust of wind. Stro, you been here before. I'm little Bruce Leroy, y'all witness the glow. And she's my vanity, but in a fantasy. Rihanna's umbrella underneath a canopy. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really need you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really want you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really need you in my life. I gotta be alone with you. Girl, I really want you in my life. Why you messing with my eyes?
Yeah! Say your prayers! Hey, this is Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, and it is time for Stroman's Kung Fu Comedy. Kung Fu, there he is. Comedy Kung Fu.
Let's get it.
Sorry about the wait. I know Jessica Broadkin and Jay the Chameleon have been on hold for a while. We were, getting into it with the heated debates, and it's just fun for us. An hour's not long enough for us, but the topic. Well, first of all, Jessica, are you there? Hello, Jessica, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hear you. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Hey. Good, how are you?
I'm good. Long time no hear, because I don't see you right now, but long time no hear. How you been?
Good.
Good.
And a very intense conversation.
Yes. And feel free to chime in, too. Well, let me make sure Jay's on the line. Jay, are you with us as well?
Yes, sir. I'm here, bro.
All right.
What's going on?
So, just to let our WCBM listeners know who we have on the line, we have Miss Jessica Broadkin. You're actually in New York at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm in New York.
What part of New York are you in?
I'm in Brooklyn.
You're in Brooklyn. I can't think.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Are you from Brooklyn?
No.
No.
I have family there, friends and family there.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, Baltimore.
yeah, Brooklyn. Yeah, we got a Brooklyn here too. But you're actually in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, I had thought you were in Manhattan. Okay, well.
I mean, I'm in Manhattan like every day, but I live in Brooklyn. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, well, that's really cool because I'd like to visit Brooklyn. Now, I haven't really been in New York that often. I really want to go, but I don't want to kill too much time. I got Jay on the line as well, and what I need to give you two right now is our comedy kung fu topic of the evening, and what it is. Okay, and listen carefully here, WCBM listeners, and you too as well. Pit bulls and the association to blacks. Okay, this is our topic. How
they relate?
What's the relation? How does this work? I mean, explain to me. And Jessica, ladies first, of course. You're first up to bat here. Please explain to me how blacks and pit bulls are being associated together.
DMX.
DMX.
I apologize.
Wait, what did she say?
She said DMX.
She caught me with that one.
Oh, did I?
DMX.
I mean, he's really into it.
What's my name?
Right. I mean, we have Pitbull, the Cuban dude. So he's not. He took the name Pitbull, but DMX is. I just actually got bit by a pitbull like 2 weeks ago. Derek knows this. I was supposed to be on the show, and I didn't because I was bit by a pitbull.
Now, are you talking about the dog or the comedian? I mean, yeah.
The dog, yeah, I wish. No, I didn't.
She's like, I wish.
She said
from all the models he fucks. I can't imagine. He probably has rabies, right?
I don't know if he's got rabies, but...
He got something. He's got something. But yeah, no, I got bit by a pit bull, and then a lot of people asked, like, were the owners black?
Oh, wow.
People were constantly asking me that. And the owners were not black, and they were 21-year-old white kids. To me, 21 is like a child, feels like a child, because I'm like, at 21, you should not be handling a pit bull.
Right.
No. If you can drink at 21.
So,
right.
So these were, 21, that's not an adolescent. That's still considered an adult, but a young person, yeah.
It's a young person who did not know how to handle his pit bull. And his pit bull took a nice chunk, nice bite out of me. But
that's so terrible.
So the question is, why are black people associated with pit bulls?
Yeah, like how does that? I mean, in your case,
how does that happen?
Right? In your case, that is not the story.
They like to bite white women.
My experience. My experience with also like my ex-husband. So my ex-husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, is black, and he's terrified of dogs. So he was terrified of dogs because of the pit bulls he grew up with in Southeast.
Wow, it's a common thing, though.
It's a common thing. I think in like tough. I think that. What he would tell me is that in tough neighborhoods, I don't know if this is supposed to be true, but in tough neighborhoods that people would have like tougher dogs for protection. And seriously, I would be more afraid of a pit bull than a gun. I don't know about you. Now I am.
Wow. You are now.
Okay. Especially after an experience like that.
So traumatic. But so yeah.
What about your dog? I mean, how bad was your dog attacked? I mean,
he's okay. He had a staple in his face, but he's okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
so. What essentially is going to happen to the pit bull? I mean, this dog didn't just run away. I'm sure. I mean,
No, in New York City, they don't put dogs down right away for biting people. So it has to be multiple offense or something. So maybe it's kind of like, maybe there's the 3-strike rule for pit bulls. I don't know.
3 strikes. So how many crimes he committed?
And you're right though. I've actually heard that it is something like that. How many times
crazy.
Has this dog or a dog attacked one? That's true. I think we have something similar to that here as well.
And we got
If I sued, I could probably put the dog down, but I'm not like, I don't want to do that. But there's a part of me that's also worried, because what if the pit bull attacked the child?
That's true. That's true. All right, Jessica, that's good. Good comparison. And we got Jay the Chameleon. Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay.
Jay.
And by the way, DJ, we know you're holding. We will get to you, buddy. So go ahead, Jay. What you got?
First of all, I don't appreciate y'all playing Sandman by Metallica because I'm ready to go to sleep now. And it's past my bedtime. I'm soaking my feet in pineapple juice trying to stay awake.
Oh, man.
Yo, you're going to get your woman to suck on your toes?
Pineapple juice.
Jessica, I'm sorry that dog bit you. I know they probably didn't put it down, but there's probably a black dog somewhere in New York on Euthanization Road.
Right.
Yeah, you see other dogs in the park with their camera phone.
Oh my goodness. What color fur or coat did this?
So now we racial profiling dogs now?
We're profiling the dog.
Way to go,
right
Derek.
now.
Oh,
Way
man.
to go.
Was it a dark colored fur or light colored, since we're profiling?
It was marbled. It was like mixed race.
See? Them the ones you got to watch out for.
Oh,
it's
man.
The mixed ones.
Right.
So if the pit bull humps your leg, is that considered rape? I'm just saying.
But is it the black part of the dog or the white part of the dog?
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Well, obviously, we weren't the ones bit either. Jessica, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember. I mean, people would ask me, like, oh, was the dog neutered? Did he have nuts? And I'm like, I'm not looking at his nuts.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I got to get a lawyer now. That's messed up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, can I borrow some of that pineapple juice?
Yeah, man. Let's got some foot from guy in it.
Yeah, not the juice he had his
No, man. Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want the juice out of the can.
I'll be like, what's floating around in my drink? It's like, man.
I'll tell you how black people are linked to pit bulls or some similarities, right? Because the other day I was on North Avenue in Penn in Baltimore, and I seen a pit bull on the corner selling marijuana.
Are you sure that wasn't catnip?
Oh, man.
He had cornrows and a toothpick. One of his canines was gold plated. I'm like,
right.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus, man.
Another 8 blocks, and I seen a bald-headed brother with a do-rag. Looked just like a pit bull.
Right, that's Bass Aquas, right?
You see what I'm saying? And then my cousin, right? And check this out. This is deep. My cousin's got a pit bull that lives upstate on a farm. Okay? Upstate on a farm, a pit bull, and the dog is insured. Okay? And that's not by accident when the dog is insured. And check this out. I just had an accident with my car, and I got in trouble with the police, and I lost my license with State Farm. You see the connection?
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Well, it just goes to show. Then, I mean, it's probably wise to insure as much as you can.
I wonder if they had the pit.
Everything can be insured.
I wonder if they had the pit bull tilling the fields.
Hey,
well, nice.
Hey, wait. Hey, Jay.
We go back to profiling.
I want to know something, Jay. What does a black pit bull drink? What kind of malt liquor?
Probably the 1111 Steel.
211, man.
What'd you say? 1111?
Oh man, that's funny, man. I can't.
No, I know what he drank. Yeah,
Wild Irish Rose.
Schaefer's.
What'd you say? Wild
Irish Rose. Night Train.
Hey, well, this is what we want to do. We want to keep you guys on the line. This is fun stuff.
We got to go to a break.
We got to go to break. When we come back, we also have a caller. I'm curious to what DJ Wild
and DJ's calling
Walt.
from. Where is he calling
Dayton,
from?
Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Stay on the line, guys.
Yeah, DJ, don't go anywhere. We do want to talk to you. You're listening to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
About the pain that you're facing. Easier said than done, but I know you can make it. I see you make it through the hard times before. You left your problems right there at the door. Yeah, and now you're soaring, flying high, so high that you can reach the sky. Just take my hand, baby, problems going on, but it goes away when I see your face, yeah. There's nothing so lovely when I'm around you. You know you put me in a better mood. So pick your head up, love, 'cause I wanna see you smiling. I wanna see that better part of you. When you smile, I'm fine next to you. Let go, you'll make it through. I'll pick you up when you're there. Oh, I'll still be right here to make your day. I'll turn away, feel like you had nothing.
We going live again.
Yeah, welcome back to Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. And we do have a caller that's been holding, and we have him, what is his name again?
DJ Wild Walt.
Oh, DJ Wild Walt.
From
Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Ohio. You're on the air, brother. Speak your mind, man.
No, I gotta have one first. Wait a minute. Oh, fucking step. Oh. I lost that Hubbard. Hey, what? Run into the. What's going on?
We had to drop.
Yeah, we had to drop this guy. I hope.
Yeah.
We had to dump. We had to.
Everybody
to
on
dump.
hold, we apologize. Please stay.
We had to dump on my. Listen, when you guys call in, we do not. You can't
keep it
cuss.
clean.
Keep it clean,
please.
And that guy DJ, whatever, said DJ. If you can hear us, man. Yeah. Hey, listen. When you guys call here, try to be a little sober. Here's what happened. What the heck?
We understand.
We know some of y'all probably headed to the club or coming from the club.
Right.
So.
It's 1 o'clock Saturday night, and everybody's out partying and drinking and stuff.
If you wouldn't say it to your mother, don't say it on this show.
Oh, I can't say it because I said a lot. Man, when I'm drinking, I'll be, what'd you say, Mom? I'll be like, hey, Mom.
He did tell us right away that if he even had a mind, that should have been our earlier show.
Oh, man. As soon as you say you don't have a mind, you're getting dumped.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
We're trying to keep this show on the air,
yes,
guys. And when you call in using profanity, that's not helping the show out very much.
Yeah, because you'll get dumped like a chick with a bump on her lip. I'm trying to tell you. We will not hesitate.
You're getting dumped
you,
like
man,
a chick with a bump on your lip.
Like a chick with a bump on her lip. We not keep it clean.
I never heard that before. Oh,
hey, it's a lot.
You're going to get dumped like a chick.
Jimmy. They set him up. I knock him down.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Get dumped like a chick if you got an Adam's apple.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what an interesting show. Fourth show. This
Lord,
is our fourth show, guys. I mean,
we hanging
might
in
be
there.
our last.
Yeah,
thanks, callers.
Yay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, callers, for
I did
keeping
not
us
have
relevant.
Sexual relations with that woman. After I found out it had an Adam's apple.
Well, that's a nice Bill Clinton.
Well, thank you.
Speaking of that, let me throw this out there. I think we got Jessica and we have Jay. Jay, I'm looking at the time, man. You've been on hold. You've been on the whole show, so we appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
It looks like we have Jessica back, but I wanted to throw this out there since you hit us with the Bill Clinton.
Well, thank you.
You know, we live in a world where anything's possible, and of course we have. Right now it looks like it's either going to be Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton as the next president, the 45th president of the United States. Okay,
you guys are screwed,
man. Yeah, either way is not good.
With that being said, coming off of a 8-year tenure from Barack Obama, which is everybody knows is our first black, president. Okay, what do you think the chances are everybody's going to be leaning toward just simply having the next woman president?
No, because you know what, Bernie Sanders supporters hate Hillary, and now he's backing her. I think that's more steering for Trump.
I'll tell you what. Let's bring Jessica and Jay back in. Let them pick up, and hey, feel free to chime in on this topic as well. Do we have Jessica?
Hi, Jessica.
Jessica, are you there?
Want to be my intern?
Do we lost her?
Got some cigars.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm back.
She's back. She's
Hey.
back. Hey, Jay, you still with us?
Yeah, man.
So did you guys, I'm pretty sure if you're listening to the show, I know Jessica, it looks like we lost you for a minute. So, I just, asked, Baltimore and all its neighboring counties and, states about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, just to add something to the pit bull conversation as well, because Donald Trump, he's got a little bit of that pit bull-esque kind of attitude, towards a lot of things that are going on in our country and outside the country as well. But what do you think the chances of us having our very first female president are, Jessica?
Jay, you go first.
Jay?
She don't want to answer that.
She put that right on Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
I think it'll be good that we have a female president of the United States of America. But with that, there might be, with her being female, I do foresee some intense negotiations every 28 days.
Right. Caught in the feelings, huh, Jay?
I mean, she's already got an attitude as it is. Can you imagine for 7 days?
Right. Hey, Jay, caught all in her feelings, huh?
Look, I don't trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die. That's what I'm telling you right now.
Oh, snap. I'm voting for Nixon. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Nixon. Oh, come on, bring back Reagan.
Yeah, well, that's what they
that
say.
motion.
What's that?
For you, Hillary hasn't had a period in about a decade or two.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm glad you know that, Jess.
So you know that's more dangerous, though, right?
All that
menopause?
That backed up emotion.
Man.
Yeah, but it's over. Menopause is over. She's already... And
That's what you think, honey.
Yeah, I think the thing is, also, does anyone think Hillary Clinton has feelings?
Oh, my God.
To take over?
Man.
She's very emotional when she
Too
gives
emotional.
speeches and stuff.
How many times has she been caught in, her contradictions? For gay marriage, against gay marriage.
Oh, yeah.
For gun laws, against gun laws.
Right.
Like, stop it.
Right. For the KKK. No KKK.
Right. Stop it.
And she's actually having competition with essentially a businessman.
Donald Trump, a businessman. All those bankruptcies.
No, Lord.
Divorces.
And if you want to email Hillary classified documents, it's hclinton@yahoo.com. Hey, listen, man, we like to thank you guys for definitely, being part of the show and everything, and we had a great time tonight. Unfortunately, we had some callers that had a little filthy mouth, and I do want to give a shout out to Sierra. Hi, Sierra. She's listening to us, which is good, and she's only 16.
You guys will be back next week because we have to find out who actually is the winner.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get some callers. We're going to basically base the next show to the callers, and you guys will be back with the new subject matter. Talk to you soon. Y'all have a good one. This is Speak Your Mind.
Yeah, this was Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, and we'll see you next week. Until next time, see ya.